Yoga for healing. What's up? What's up? That last read about the huge revelation, I believe, and the ancestors agree. That's why the cards are still here on the table. Because I believe this needs to have a part two. And to go in to these cards. Because the significance of these blessings in disguise after going through a rebirth, transformation, a recovery of your higher self, embracing love and healing the inner child. Going on this path, knowing that you're highly protected, surrounded by spirit guides. The light is always touching you. You feed yourself knowledge. You feed yourself things that bring in good health, that elevate, keeping you in line with the path that you're on. Releasing that past and gaining influence with the lessons learned. Because you're not dwelling in them, but you're using them. Like that saying goes, turning lemons into lemonade. There are revelations coming to those that are consumed with group thinking, staying stuck, tied down, mentally chained to the pressures of peers. This is a time for redemption, and there is a divine intervention. Some of us are ready for this and some of us are not. And I heard an inspirational speaker, goes by the name of Michael, a light worker. And there's some other people I've noticed that we on the same wavelength, because we're picking up that same energy of something huge coming in, described as a boom, a mass awakening. I've been feeling this energy. I've been seeing things elevate around us, within me. Oh, by the way, I pulled out a new tarot deck. Three of Swords, heartbroken. Two groups. This group that thought they had the key. Do you see how that looks like a keyhole? With one of those skeleton keys? They thought they had the old school knowledge. Well, maybe it was old school, but it was too old. Because we're heading into new. Feeling that tickle, wanting to have a little cough. Because this is one of those readings. They're heartbroken to hear. But I have my water. Oh. Blessings in disguise. Nine of Cups. That you have your wishes fulfilled and that you are happy with taking this leap of faith and standing guard. Seven of Wands. Protecting your territory against whoever comes around wanting to cause your bad health to your good health. What do we need to know about this good health? Six of Pentacles. You're maintaining it because this is sideways. You're not giving your energy. This has them thinking. They're in despair. Five of Swords. They're in big conflict and they're realizing that you left the past behind. And you're gaining influence with the knowledge of being solo dolo, not being in fear. Because you are aware that you have what you need as far as protection. Gaining influence, leaving things in the past, not being a prisoner. Four of Wands, you don't work in a group. You're not celebrating with anyone. Not on the physical. And you're not giving your energy or time or effort where it's not going to benefit who you're giving to or the fact that you're giving. That saying, not casting your pearls before the swine, that type energy. Page of Swords, you're free-spirited, agile, and on the move. Solo dolo, happy as can be, carefree. You're carefree and free-spirited, but those that come around you, they are aware that your sword is up if anyone tries to come up against your good health. The influence that you have within yourself, the confidence, the blessings that you've had that were a blessing of disguise. You were not aware of what was going to come by taking that first leap. Being called a fool. But now, things are coming to light. Those that could not take the pressure fell beneath the old memories of the past. There are revelations now. What about these revelations? Four of Cups. You're not accepting just any type of offer. And there's a Knight of Swords charging in. Because they had a revelations. A revelation of this energy in their cup. They're having a sudden revelation of the truth, clarity, and the breakthrough that you're making. There will be a divine intervention of a huge breakthrough, of an awakening of the truth that will spread far, that will bring redemption. It will bring penance upon everything. We're still talking about, wow, explosion, suddenly. Oh my, can you guys see that? I hope so. Because that was out of nowhere. Time heals and reveals. This is the only card that fell on my lap. But they sure caused a sudden explosion. And it came right in here. this group that's been celebrating, or it may be something yeah, this Knight of Swords energy wants to come in because they see you gaining influence and they see you celebrating, being complete and filled and balance and harmony within yourself. Sweet allure at the bottom of the deck. Mystery, believe, let go. Oh, wow. Out of all of these cards, for those things to be on the card written, embrace the unknown and let love bloom on its own. You're not trying to have control over anything. You know the time it takes when you sow a seed, for how long it takes for that flower to bloom, and how we bloom in different phases because we're planted at different times, or certain parts are more lit with the sunlight than others. In translation, some people grow up in darker homes of more negative energy, and some are nurtured and taunted and daunted on, held in a spotlight. Yeah. And some like to come and see what's going on the other side. When they see your blessings coming in, it's a mystery to them, and especially if they're no longer in your life, you let them go. What do we need to know? Perfect moves. This Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You kept the spirit of play and fun alive, making perfect moves at the right time. You're maintaining good health and you're not giving your energy. You're staying strong, fighting for love, but choosing your battles wisely. Making plans, having the foresight, preparing for rainy days, and staying flexible. Keeping it easy breezy. Expression, being able to share your feelings openly. Being in calmer waters, getting rid of upheaval and leaving the drama behind because you let go. You embrace the change. You went through the challenges, and true connections can flourish on a journey where they go through the challenges, not trying to cheat. Revelations of those offers that you did not accept. They realized you would have been a sturdy support, building a strong foundation with a combined effort. But this Knight of Swords is not burning bright sideways. They're not able to stroke the passion to keep the flame of love alive. And this was in reverse. They're not able to strike a chord and gently pull at your heartstrings. That's funny because didn't that Three of Swords come out with the hearts? You're going to wait for a true love that blooms. Do you see now all these flowers seem to be open and blooming, flourishing into full bloom? with this clarity and truth, and this divine intervention, with the redemption, with the revelations being made, seen and felt, unfold is a beautiful thing and brings beautiful possibilities. Perfect moves. Pay more attention to your love life to get results. Pay attention to what needs tending, nourishing, and responding only to what is a perfect move that's playful and keeps the fun alive. Stay strong. Fight for love, but choose your battles wisely. Enjoy the romance and decide if you want more. It can be fleeting, or it can be a future that's sweet. What do we need to know about staying strong? Flying high, feeling infatuated or having an intense affair. And as always, I will say, with self or with another. You may be coming into a starry-eyed passion with yourself or with someone else. Depends on where you're at. Nurturing your growth. As you gain influence and you're in calmer waters, expressing your feelings and sharing your truth, there may be bonds that you attend with love and patience and trust, giving support, being playful. That's it. That word again, playful. Keeping it light, because you're in calmer waters. You having the fortitude on this journey, gaining influence, expressing yourself and going to calmer waters, to have something that's fortitude, to create a lasting love, an investment all in, because you're aware there is no other that could be compared. Revelations some are having of their family, friends, peer pressure, lovers, associates. Having revelations of the choices and opportunities, what was accepted, sturdy support, or something that was not stroking the fire within you, that was not having a melody play within your soul. But they found you as no one else could compare. Now they're having the revelations after being with others and comparing partners to you. They have a fresh take. Better times. Maybe it's definitely about letting go. Even if you had the love of your life, I must say, because life still continues, and there's always better times, fresh takes. radiant love. You create positivity and warmth together. Happy, open, optimistic. They realize that you're going to run across, come across, meet, gather, create positivity and warmth with others that are vibrating a radiant love. Others that you're open with that brings happiness and optimistic times, thoughts. Communicating and saying what needs to be said is always something that has to be done, whether it's tough love or truth talk, however you want to say it. But the truth is not always sweet. In love stories, communicating and saying what needs to be said is something that always has to be done. And we have learned that by keeping your mouth closed, sitting quiet, not responding or saying yay or nay, you might as well be joining the crowd of the rest that are on a not so good stable side. Because where's the foundation? If they're not communicating, saying what needs to be said, tending to what needs to be tended, there's two sides always. Maybe they were expecting you to fight. Maybe they wanted you to fight, and that would have made them feel like you were a sturdy supporter. But you weren't down for that. That wasn't burning a flame in you. That was not stroking your passion. Fight for who? Fight for what? Pull at heartstrings is a no-go. A radiant love. Positivity and warmth. Communicating and saying what needs to be said. See the difference? Because I'm picking up energies of those that have not and those that are. Those stuck in the past. Those wanting to repeat the same cycles. And those that have moved on. There's a great revelation occurring, and some are just now finding out because they didn't know which side they were on. As the rest of us elevate with divine intervention. Ashe.